Here's a very insightful observation that I pick up from Mila Joy on social media. She looks at two of the pardons. One of them is I'm looking at it now myself. One is the January 6th pardon, and the other one is the Fauci pardon. And by the way, I have one of these pardons myself, so I know that this is the authentic pardon document. It looks exactly like the one I have sitting right here about 20 feet from where I'm sitting now at home. And the pardon at the bottom tells you where it was signed, meaning in what location. And when you look into the small print, it says very clearly that these pardons were signed in, quote, the city of Washington, i.e., Washington, D.C. That's where these pardons were signed. And so we have a very simple question. Where was Joe Biden on these dates? And the answer? Charleston, South Carolina. And before getting on his final official flight on Air Force One, and off he went from there to Delaware. To put it somewhat differently, he did not sign these pardons. Who signed them? The auto pen. Who operated the auto pen? Someone else. So boom, there you go. This is now right there on the record, and this is the basis for opening up the pardon inquiry. Who did sign these documents? So we have a series of key questions, and I want to go through those. I'm actually relying here on a comment by the writer Walter Kern. He goes, only these questions matter. So what are they? Let's go through them. One, who was commanding the military? If it wasn't Biden, this is by itself a giant scandal. Two, who was pardoning people? The question that naturally arises just out of what I said a moment ago. Number three, who was the acting president? Remember Obama's notorious comment that he wouldn't mind doing it remotely. Was he doing it from Kalorama? Was it a group of Obama aides who were getting basically the wink or the instruction from Obama? They were the ones carrying it out. There's some sort of a scheme or operation here. We need to know who it was, what it was. We need to know the sort of flow chart of it. Who knew the truth and wasn't saying? Another key question, because this, again, is a serious betrayal of democracy, and it may even be a serious crime. I can't cite the statute that would tell you it's a crime, but I'm pretty sure that Pam Bondi can find that statute. We have a giant accordion of federal statutes, and there's going to be one in there that's going to say, you can't do this. This is a subversion of our democratic system. Maybe it's just the treason statute right there, because it's hard to believe. Let's just say, you know, that essentially the country has been usurped. Our democracy has been usurped. Someone else is running the country, and you don't say that. Even though you're in power, you're in authority, you don't disclose that. This is far worse than not disclosing a murder. It's far worse than not disclosing a burglary. You are a participant, you are complicit, you are aiding and abetting, and there needs to be the severest consequences for this. So who was telling what lies and breaking what laws to do this? And then the final, and I would say the most important question of all, and how will they pay? Now, I know that you are, as I am, a little tired of saying this and getting no answer to it, because we have so many people, such a trail of abuse, such a trail of criminality, from Hillary to the Clinton Foundation to Obama to Lois Lerner to Mayorkas, all these people flouting the law left and right. And how have they paid? Well, not at all. So when I raise the question, how will they pay? We're used to they're not going to pay at all. What about all those Jeffrey Epstein customers? How have they paid? Not at all. Not at all. So here's Jeffrey Epstein, and I know that we're hearing now, Jeffrey Epstein killed himself. Jeffrey Epstein killed himself in a criminal scheme in which apparently he was running this sex trafficking operation, and there were apparently girls involved, but there were no takers. There were no customers. Nobody was, in fact, the participants of this scheme, or all those people are being somehow protected. Protected by whom? Well, we understand that they were being protected by the Biden administration, but it seems now inevitable that they are at least temporarily being protected by the Trump administration. Is there any other way to see it? Trump administration has been in power now for several months. It's not like they're unaware of the issue. They're very aware of it, but they haven't yet done it. And so my advice to them is that the clock is ticking. Justice delayed is justice denied. It's time to fess up. It's time to give us the names. It's time to publish the list. Most of us think Medicare is something to deal with someday. That's how I felt until recently. I'm 64 now, and the moment you hit that number, it begins. The mailers, the robocalls, the TV ads with actors you barely remember. None of it made any sense, and the more I looked into it, the clearer it became. This system is not designed to be easy, and that's why I turned to Chapter. They walked me through everything. No pressure, no sales pitch. Chapter is independent. Their advisors compare every Medicare option out there to help you save money and remove all your stress, and it's all at no cost to you. So if you're turning 65, or even if you are over 65, do what I did. Call Chapter and get peace of mind. Dial pound 250, and when you're prompted, say Dinesh. That's the pound sign, and then 250, and then say Dinesh. Dinesh is the keyword. Don't let Washington or big insurance make this decision for you. Take control. Call Chapter today. That's pound 250, and when prompted, say Dinesh.